to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. Today is, I have to look, I don't even know, Thursday, November the 21st, 2013, and this is episode 64 of the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. Huzzah! We'd like to say a big hello, welcome back to all of our returning viewers, and a big come on in, the water's fine, to any new viewers. Water is good. We're glad to have you. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. We have a ton of things to talk about today. A ton. Yes. And some giveaways. And lots of stuff. So, we probably should get started. Alright, here we go.
Now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So, what's on your needles, Mare?
This is a baby hat from my new cousin.
Pretty.
Yes, I'm almost finished with it. I need to start on the decreases.
Gotcha. So, what's the pattern?
The pattern is the Rialto Baby Beanie by...
Yes. Haley Waxberg.
Yes. And I forgot to change to size US 6s, so it's just on US 4s, 3.5 millimeters.
But it's probably a good thing, because it's coming out rather large for a baby hat. What's your yarn?
My yarn
Yarn.
is Ginny House's handspun yarn, and it does not look anything like that.
That's a little better.
More like that. And
It doesn't have a colorway name.
It does not have a colorway name.
But it
I
gets...
just named it Multi.
Yeah. It gets so soft when you soak it.
Yes.
And you still have a lot of that left. Is that still the first skein?
No, this is second skein. This is the size of the first skein. And I didn't even use one of these to make a toddler hat with the same pattern.
So, and you had three skeins of it to start with, so.
Yep.
Yeah, lots and lots of knitting. Alright, shall I talk about what's on my needles?
Yes.
Okay.
Brace yourselves.
Brace yourselves. I started a new project. I'm not going to show the project back yet, because that's in Yummies. So I am knitting a pair of seamless Salomas slippers, which is a free pattern on Ravelry by Megan Williams and... Yeah, I don't have it on there. Is it Susan Busby? I think that's right. Sorry. And this is not the first pair I've knit. I think this is number like 6 or 7. Anyway, I am doing this with Sirdar Folk Song Chunky in the Quirky colorway. It's a little brighter than that, more bold, the colors. It's kind of washing them out. And it's done on US 6s, 4.0 millimeters. These are going to be for a swap partner of mine. It's not a crafting swap. It's another swap from it with another group. And she's not a crafter. Well, at least not a knitter. But she loves warm things for her feet. So I'm going to knit these up for her Christmas parcel. And I knit this, this is the ribbing. So I'm like halfway done with the first one already. I knit it in like about an hour yesterday while I was with the hubs at the university. So those are going fast, so that's positive. Then the next thing on my needles is my Ho Aloha. I'm trying not to throw my little ball of yarn in the floor, and I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. So,
Careful with the microphone.
yes, I will try not to hit the microphone. This is the Ho Aloha pattern by Mel of the Single-Handed Knits podcast. And I'm doing this with King Cole Bounty Erin in the Pink Mist colorway on US 7s, 4.5 mil, and US 8s, 5 mil. And if you've been following me on Instagram or following my blog, you've seen my progress.
Okay.
Sleeve 1 is done!
Yes, here it is.
With a hole in it for my thumb, just like I wanted.
Oh, where is it?
Right there, see?
You didn't show me.
Huzzah!
Can I see?
And then, this is... Oh, sorry. I have something on still that's dinging. Oh, my Kindle. Sorry, I brought it over here to show y'all something in a little bit, and I forgot that I had the sound on from watching podcasts. We will turn that right off. I have started on the second sleeve. I just started it last night, so I have, I think, like 135 rows to go, and I will be completely done. Because I finished the body after I showed it to y'all last week. Right here is the marker. And so I did the rest of the body. So I'm hoping to have it finished by the weekend so that it can block. Because I'd love to wear it to knitting group on Monday. So we shall see. It's gotten too big to take out anywhere. That's why I knit on the seamless Salomas yesterday. Because it was just too much to take to the school. So hopefully I can get some knitting done tonight on it. And hopefully quite a bit done tomorrow and get it done so that it can block over the weekend. I'm loving the pattern, and I can't wait to wear it. Alright, the only other thing I have is what's on my spindle. What'd you do with it?
I didn't do anything with it. I gave it to you.
Oh, there it is. Well, you took it a while ago, and then I
gave it back to you.
I'm losing my mind. I have a head cold, and I'm not thinking very straight, So I am still spinning this 50 grams of, there we go. It was like not coming out. This is 50 grams of hand-blended British VFL and Merino roving from Hilltop Cloud. And there's 7 of these little bumpy doohickey bobbers. It's a gray and kind of a fuchsia pink and a lavender purple. And I've spun 2 of the little bumps. And I'm getting it actually really pretty fine. So I am pleased with that. And I'm going to do my best to have it all spun before Guild again next month. So I'm enjoying that. Yeah. I'm finding it much easier to spin because it's got such a long staple length versus what I first spun with. So that is everything that is on Needle's spindle that we're going to talk about today. So we have finished projects, so we should move on to the next segment. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about our finished projects.
So, did you finish this, Sigmar? Wah! What are these lovelies?
These are fingerless gloves. The first project that I started after I finished my Watson sweater.
Yes.
So, it's what they look like.
So they have kind of a leaf pattern. And what is the pattern?
The pattern is Rebel by Trudy Brown.
That name's familiar.
Yeah. And I used size US 3s and US 4s?
No, US 6s, 4.0 millimeters.
US 6s, 4.0.
The others were your sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your yarn?
The yarn was Windy Aaron with wool in the Island colorway.
Island.
It's not an island.
Yeah, I don't get island out of this colorway, but it's beautiful. I would call it like speckled oatmeal. Maybe because you have raisins in it. Can't you see that? See, I need a job naming colorways. I would be brilliant at that. I would come up with some amazing names. Speckled oatmeal. Do you love them?
Yes.
Are they cozy warm?
Yes.
Yes.
Although they're hard to get on over long sleeves.
Yeah. Pay no attention to me. I have nothing in my sleeves.
Nothing.
Nothing. Ta-da! Alright, so you want me to talk about mine now?
Sure.
I finished my socks, which y'all kind of already knew because the pattern released yesterday.
Go buy it.
Yes. So this is my new design. These are called Socks for 10, Doctor Who inspired socks. That pattern that you see right there is mirrored on the outside of both feet, and it is kind of a spirally pattern that is similar to Ten's favorite tie that has spirals and swirls all over it. And the rest of the pattern is like his pinstripe suit. And I finished. They're both done.
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
I got to model them.
She did model them for me while I took pictures. This.
I got a science screwdriver laid on my foot. 2 of them.
This was knit with Knit Pick Stroll hand painted in the coffee shop colorway on US 1.5s, 2.5 millimeters. And they are for sale right now for the first 2 weeks. So that's until, I think, like December the 4th. It says on the pattern page. If you buy a copy of the pattern, I will gift it to someone of your choosing for free. So check that out. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for favoriting and queuing and viewing the pattern, because we just checked, and as of right now, which is just after 3 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday, they are currently at number 71 on the Hot Right Now list on Ravelry. So thank y'all so much for that. So keep viewing and favoriting and queuing and purchasing.
Queuing and viewing.
Queuing and viewing and favoriting and purchasing. Do all the ings. These are perfect for your 50th anniversary viewing pleasure, which is this Saturday. So we have, I know, we'll talk about that more in Yummies. We are giving away the pattern to someone. So we need a random number generator. We had a thread in the group. And we had 19 entries. I'm looking for my random number generator. I'm sorry, my head is like bleh, not working very well. So I was the first post, so we will do 2 through 20.
Ta-da.
Alright, punch the button. Ooh, we just went a weird color. Number 16.
Sorry.
Whoa, that is very bizarre. Why are we such a weird color? Oh, there we go. We're back to normal. Hello! Okay, number 16.
Number 16.
Number 16 is, Ellie Jellybean, who is Liz from the UK. And she says, I've been watching... Oh, no, she did talk about Classic Who.
Oh.
Damaris was just asking if somebody posted about Classic Who. She said, how to choose. I've been watching Doctor Who since the very first episode. I was 17 then. And that's a lot of great ones. One or rather 2 of my favorites are the Pandorica pair, So Much Emotion from Sobs to Chortles, What's Not to Love. So congratulations, Ellie Jellybean. After you watch this, contact me, and then I will send the pattern to you, and you get to choose one person to receive it for free as well. So Ellie Jellybean and Liz's lucky friend, whoever is going to win. Now, I also told y'all that if y'all posted lovely pretties in the thread, I would, if I was thoroughly impressed, I would pick one other person to receive it for free. And some of y'all came up with some really great pictures. But I have to say that my very favorite is post number 10. Is that you? 10. Socks for 10. How cool is that? I didn't even plan that. So that is Embroidery Queen, who is Nicole.
They're deadly with them.
And she posted this. She says, adipose are my second favorite thing on Doctor Who. And she posted a picture of the adipose. But my very most favorite thing on Doctor Who is the Weeping Angels. And she posted a scary picture, and I'm very scared because, you know, the image of an angel itself becomes an angel.
Yeah.
I posted a picture that had a weeping angel on Instagram this week, and people are concerned. She also said, here are my favorite Doctor and Companion, and it's a picture of 10 and Rose wearing her beautiful pink dress on...
That's a poodle skirt, isn't it?
Oh, is that the poodle skirt with the pink helmet on the scooter? She said, the episode I refuse, in capital letters, to watch. I can't believe I'm going to post a picture of this. It is way too creepy, and it's the episode, Are You my mummy?
That's not what it's called. It's called The Empty Child.
It's called The Empty Child, but it's...
And the doctor dances. But it's great, though, because
it ends great, but it's like...
It's the introduction of Jack and Glenn Miller and dancing in the TARDIS, and the TARDIS
I know, but
doing the
are you things. My mummy? That's so scary. Now she says, now I have to turn the telly on so I can watch some Doctor Who. Squeak! So congratulations to you, Nicole, as well, Embroidery Queen. After you watch this episode, send me a PM, and I'll gift you the pattern for free as well. So congratulations to Ellie Jellybean and her friend. We don't know who that's going to be. And Embroidery Queen. And go buy the pattern. Please.
They're beautiful. Now you have to do an 11 one. But who knows what a colorway for him would look like, because he has two different outfits. One of them, there's no really defining colors except for the red and blue that are his bow tie. And now he has a more dark purple-ish one. And red and blue and dark purple don't go together.
I'm thinking that I'm going to have to do something with the red fez and the Stetson. And let that inspire me somehow. They're cool. Because they're cool.
Yes, everything is cool. Bunk beds are cool.
Oh,
Glasses
yes.
are cool. Stetsons and fezzes and bow ties and...
are cool.
Amy and Rory and Clara are cool.
They're
definitely.
All cool. And we're going to go to Yummies now, because Damaris will just keep telling you cool things the whole rest of the episode otherwise.
All the time.
All right, here we go. Now it's time for my favorite part of our show. Yummies! What are yummies, Mayor?
Yummies are things that we really, really like and really, really want to talk to you about, and really, really...
because they're really, really yummy.
Really.
Really. So, we're going to talk about Doctor Who. I thought somebody was knocking on our door. But I guess it must be somebody just out in the corridor. We are going to talk about a lot of Doctor Who stuff.
All related to the 50th anniversary.
This is by no means an exhaustive list of everything that has happened with Doctor Who this week, because holy crap, our show would be 7 hours long. But we're going to talk about some of them, so if you don't...
Well, most people have already seen the mini-sodes and the clips that we're going to be talking about, but if you don't want to know about the mini-sodes, The Night of the Doctor and The Last Day, and the preview clips that the BBC have released and stuff, then you might want to go forward some.
Because none of it is really spoilerly that they haven't put out there. So BBC has put it all out there. So let's start with The Night of the Doctor that was released on Thursday. Who was
That
in
should
it?
be our new picture.
I will see if I can crop that out of the film, because that would be awesome. It was about
Home again, the 8th Doctor! And we hadn't watched the 8th Doctor movie before. We went back and watched it later. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a bit. But we were really excited because the 8th Doctor, and he hasn't shown up in New Who at all, except for, like, flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah. And what was my favorite line of the whole thing?
Oh, yes, 4 minutes. But that's ages. What if we get bored and need some television or some books or something? Bring me knitting.
Bring me knitting!
He's adorable. Oh my gosh.
Do you remember, what episode was it in that 11 was reading Knitting for Girls?
The Wedding of River Song.
So, he must be a knitter from like a long time back, because 8 was asking for his knitting. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What could be more appropriate to talk about on a knitting podcast than the Doctor Who knits?
He knit his scarf from the 4th.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
That would be awesome if he knit his own 4th scarf. I mean, we know really that it was a props person, but like in the context of the show, that would be really awesome. So...
Okay, but then the end though, with physician heal thyself, like, haha, no.
Yeah. So, John Hurt is now officially the War Doctor.
Yes.
And Moffat talked about it because the Hubs, of course, tried to say, well, now we have to renumber all the Doctors. And we were like, no. Because, so this makes John Hurt is Doctor 8.5, the War Doctor.
8.5.
8.5.
Like, sort of like, the Metacrisis 10th
That's about what I was
Doctor
gonna say.
is 10.5, because he's half Doctor and half Donna.
So, but the other cool thing about the Night of the Doctor was, because of some stuff that was said, it makes the radio dramas all canon now.
Yes, he mentioned his radio companions, and I've been trying to find places where you can listen to them, but I can't find any that have them in full, besides Big Finish, but they have the first one on sale.
Yeah. So that was the Night of the Doctor. Then we watched the special on BBC Two last week called The Science of Doctor Who, and that had, what's his name?
Brian Cox.
Yes, and he's been in Doctor Who before.
He was in for a cameo in The Power of Three.
Yes, the one with the boxes. Yeah.
The cubes.
So, yeah, the cubes. So, it was just an interesting kind of look at the science behind Doctor Who and if the things that happen in Doctor Who could really happen. So it was pretty interesting, and there were some cute little clips with Brian and Eleven.
Yes.
We enjoyed. So then next up we saw of the stuff we're talking about, next up we saw the Day of the Doctor Children in Need clip, and Tin was wearing a fez!
Yes, it just comes out of a portal thing in the sky. It's like, what is this? It's a fez. What should I do? Of course, I must put it on my head. That is why my hair is flash for the rest of the episode.
So, that was a cool little clip.
And 11 was just like...
Yeah. So that's when 10 and 11 meet in the 50th anniversary, apparently. He's with a fez. Alright, then next up was, we watched the 8th Doctor movie from 1996.
Yeah.
With Paul McGann and with Sylvester McCoy.
Yes.
Because we got to see 7 regenerate into 8.
Yes. And 8 is absolutely adorable. Like, these
cute.
shoes, they fit perfectly.
It was really cute. We enjoyed it a lot. We enjoyed watching that. And then the next thing was 10 versus the rabbit.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's like talking to him all menacingly and...
Yes, using his speech from Voyage of the Damned. I'm the Doctor. Well, he said 903 in Voyage of the Damned, but here he said 904. I'm the Doctor. I'm 904 years old. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Castorberus, and you are basically a rabbit, aren't you?
It was funny. It's really cute. We're going to put all these clips in the show notes so you can watch them if you've missed them. Then we watched, BBC Three had a special on Monday called Doctor Who: The Ultimate Guide. And it was it was stuff we knew. Well, there was some of the classic stuff that we didn't know because we haven't watched all those. But there were some interesting little interview things with, like, Matt and...
No, Matt didn't do it.
I thought Matt did... No, he did the clip things at the beginning and end.
Yes.
As 11.
Yes, it was cute.
But Karen did some clips.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember who.
Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy. Sylvester McCoy is adorable.
Sorry, I gotta drink some water.
He's adorable. And Paul McGann, and I already said Colin Baker.
Didn't David do some too?
Yes.
Everything's running together.
His poor flat hair.
Yes.
And Noelle Clark, and...
I didn't put in here, but there was also the one where David's introducing the 50th. This was a whole separate thing, and he has like these random things, and he's like pouring this stuff, and he's like, yeah, we can't afford the special effects, so here's the glitter.
Yes, it's like he's introducing it, and well, the 50th anniversary special of Doctor Who has been looked forward to for about 50 years now.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it was so funny.
Because this is my space hat, which I wear throughout the episode. I obviously can't tell you why.
It was funny. It was meant to be corny, funny, stupid, so that was funny. The rumblings. Remember, this is the article I read to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what all it said, because I've read too much Doctor Who stuff this week to remember what all is.
Well...
the hub's over capacity.
Well, I think I remember. Series 8 might be split into 2 parts, like Series 6 and Series 7 have been.
Oh, there it goes.
And rumors that Captain Jack Harkness and Donna Noble might be returning.
As well as River.
Oh, yeah?
Returning. And there was some rumblings about that Capaldi might be only a one-series Doctor, but that doesn't seem likely. We're guaranteed 13 episodes in 2014 because there will be 6, and a Christmas special. So, that is awesome news. Then we watched today the mini episode, The Last Day.
It did not feature the Doctor
No.
or anyone. It was set on Gallifrey in Arcadia. Now, I looked up Arcadia before. There was a page for the fall of Arcadia. And Arcadia was mentioned in 2 recent episodes, both 10th Doctor, Doomsday, and The End of Time Part 2, both saying that he had been there at the fall of Arcadia and that he had not gotten over it. And so, yes, we saw a Gallifreyan soldier with a head camera, and apparently...
It, like, puts a hard drive in your head.
Yes, and apparently it malfunctions and you hallucinate.
But part of it wasn't hallucinations, it was actually, what's the word?
Premonitions.
Premonitions. I knew it began with a P. Yeah. What would I do without you? You're such a good Maris. So there was that, and then the Daleks. All right, is there anything else, Doctor Who, you would like to talk about?
Because... Oh, that clip that was was about 40 seconds with hello, is anyone there? It's nothing. It's just...
Oh!
Yeah! Okay, so John Hurt, he's in this desert or on a desert planet or something.
And he goes into a building.
Yes, it's sort of a hut thing. But then he thinks he hears something, so he opens the door and goes, hello, is anyone there? And there's no one there. And then he turns around and Rose is there, sitting on a little crate thing he had, and she said, it's nothing, it's just a wolf. And that's where the clip stopped.
So, the 50th is Saturday, and we have tickets. We have tickets to go see it at the cinema, so we are so excited, and...
Bus drivers are going to be so annoyed all day long.
We're taking our sonic screwdrivers. And I'm wearing my new 10 socks. Oh, it's going to be awesome. So, expect that next week's episode is going to be full of more Doctor Who stuff, which is not abnormal at all. We talk about Doctor Who pretty much every week. So, all right. Shall we talk about other yummies that are not Doctor Who related? I need that over there. And this over here. So, I'm
hiding it from you.
Okay. I got a new project bag from Sam, who is... Oops. Knit Run Dig. It's not focusing on the thing. It's an Etsy. She has an Etsy shop. I'm trying to pick up this stuff that I dropped. And she custom made for me a project bag. But first let me show you the cute, adorable little fishy stitch marker she sent me. So cute. I can't wait to use it. I haven't used it yet. I was saving it to show y'all. But here is the fabric I chose. Let me see. Let's show this side first. So it's got a little deer and bunnies and presents and trees and spearmints and...
Now we're a funny color again.
And a sleigh. And it's her wedge bag, her small wedge bag. Wow, we are a funny color again. It's got a pink zipper. And
there we go, sort of.
It's got a really pretty lining, too. And she said this week that she is working on making large wedge bags, which makes me so happy.
Should I hold up your socks and sort of...
There we go. Now we're normal color again. So I'm very excited. So, Sam, it's lovely, and I'm so excited to use it. She's just recently added these little clips on this side, and then, of course, it has a wrist handle, which I love. That's, like, my favorite thing. So, let me put this in here so I don't lose it. How about I give that to you? Sorry, I'm getting the other thing I dropped. So, y'all remember a few weeks ago we went to the St. Abbs Wool Festival? And I won a prize. So, it came in the post this week. It was donated by Janice Imblon of Flight Weaving. And I got a little sachet that's woven that smells delicious that I'll put in my lingerie drawer. And then I got these 2 greeting cards that are hand-woven lambs. Let's see, this one's hand-woven lamb's wool. This is my favorite. It's got the button on it. It's like browns and whites and greens. And then this one is hand-woven silk. And they're greeting cards. They're really cool. So that's really exciting. So maybe you'll be the lucky one that gets a lovely greeting card from me with lovely weaving on it. I got a pattern this week from our good friend Zena of the Nitty Natter podcast. She published her very first pattern this week. This is the Sowing the Seeds cowl. And it is just lovely. So congratulations, Zena, on your first pattern. You can purchase it on Ravelry as a download. It's £2.50. I'm not sure what that would convert to for, we've changed color again, convert to for there we go, now we're normal, in US dollars off the top of my head. But congratulations, Zena, and thank you for the pattern. You got a shout out.
I did.
Who gave you a shout out?
The Knitmore girl.
Yes, and what were they shouting out about you?
About my Watson sweater.
Yes, they had lovely, nice things to say about it. So that was very sweet. So thank you, Jasmine and Gigi, for that. All right, we are to GGK Gravity Photo a Day. We'll be coming out with the December list towards the beginning of next week. If you have ideas for the prompts list, send them to us. Post them on the Ravelry board, whatever. It's not as easy as you would think to come up with new prompts. And so we'll stop right here and put in, how do we say it?
3 photos by other people that we liked, and a photo each from us that we liked.
Yes. So, here come the photos. We are discussing why we are turning funny colors, and Damaris thinks it's because she's wearing kind of a reddish burgundy shirt. So that might be part of it. And we had to close the window curtains because
The sun.
we had like these big white blobs on our faces and everywhere. It was kind of crazy. So, okay, so those were the pictures and the prompt list. So if you haven't been participating, join right in. It's never too late. Most people post on Instagram, and that's where we choose our favorite pictures from, is on Instagram. But you're welcome to share them wherever. All right. We did not do really anything this week. It's for Scotland news. We missed our knitting group this week because we were both feeling bad. Oh, yes, we did. We went to Guild this week.
Oh. I'm sorry.
We went to the Edinburgh Guild of Weavers, Spinners, and Dyers. I couldn't remember what order it went in. Weavers, Spinners, and Dyers on Saturday. And we both joined. Huzzah! Because Santa might be bringing Damaris a spindle for Christmas. Because she wants to learn to spin. So that was fun. I spun for a while on my spindle. And we both knitted for quite a while. And it was lovely to sit with the nice ladies and talk about things. And next month we'll be having like a Christmas potluck and handmade gift exchange. And so I hope nobody's watching that goes. If you are, fast forward. We're going to both do a pair of seamless Salomas slippers for the gift exchange. We bought some yarn yesterday for that. So, and then we went to our friends Jeremy and Katie and Noah's house because they're headed back to the States for the holidays. So we had dinner with them and had a good time just hanging out and eating ice cream sundaes, and it was fun. So that's what we did. All right, I think that's everything for Yummies, and we have a lot of TV to talk about, so here we go with more stuff.
Now we're going to talk about what books we're reading and what TV we're watching.
So, have you finished up your thing with the book you were reading?
Not yet. Almost.
What is it? The
Hot Zone
by
Richard Preston.
Yes, and as soon as you finish that, we will work on TikTok of Oz, which I have taken a pause on until she's ready. And I'm still reading Jesus Feminist by Sarah Bessey, and it's amazing, and I really don't want it to end. It is getting close. I'm like 75% done with it, and I'm not reading it because I don't want it to end. Isn't that sad? Okay, we have a lot of TV to talk about, so we will try to make it as speedy as possible. So,
here we go.
You ready? Here we go.
Doctor Who, second grade rewatch of 2013. We watched through Series 3, Episode 7, but then we just figured out that we wouldn't have time to rewatch all the episodes. So we decided on certain episodes that we wanted to watch, and so we're going from there.
Yeah, we just watched Silence in the library over lunch, so that was lovely. We're still watching.
Criminal Minds Season 2.
Yes, we kind of paused because we were watching Doctor Who, but we watched a little bit this week. And Reed's safe. He's just kind of troubled. Because remember last week was when you had your meltdown about Reed. Mm-hmm. Alright. Chuck, Hubs, and I are still watching Season 2. Alright, Castle. We're going to talk about 2 episodes, so let's start with this one.
6.8, A Murder is Forever.
That's this one.
Ryan wearing a sweater vest.
He was adorable.
Yeah. Oh, did you just say Ryan was adorable?
He was adorable in his little sweater vest.
Oh. That's what I was saying. You do know you're wearing a sweater vest, right? And lions and seashells and elephants on parade. Aww.
Oh, yes, they had an issue with animals. Alright, and then we watched this one.
6.9, Disciple. Okay, I wrote all this.
Crap.
Okay, I wrote all this. Okay, it started with happy things. It wasn't packing, so it was just fruit. Fruit, smiley face, plate. Aww. That's adorable.
And then?
Castle's always making food for Kate.
I know, he likes to cook.
That's sweet.
Yes. And the only places he has not been is
Albania and Finland.
So that's where they have to go on their honeymoon, is either Albania or Finland.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Now. Okay, so dead clones of Espo and Lady. And I'll say the next part I wrote there after I've said the end part.
Okay.
And Ryan and Castle. Castle and Ryan. Remember? Castle was not the only one in that hotel way back when in 3.6, 3XK. Okay? Feeling guilt for letting 3XK get away. And then the end. They found this pen. The killer had gotten away. They found this pen with a note that said, "Better luck next time." And so Castle just took the pen, took it, and he was fiddling with it, and then it opened, and it was a USB drive.
Yes.
So he plugged it into the computer, and then it started playing the song "We'll Meet Again" by Vera Lynn.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the "I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places" one.
No, it's not.
That's part of the lyrics.
No. It's not. I forgot to change it, but it's just
I
we'll
thought that's
meet
what
again.
the lyrics were.
No. We'll meet again, no not where, no not when. But I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Oh, I thought it was the same song. So,
okay.
Now your question is...
Now continuing that thing, since we know that 3XK, is gonna be back, are Ryan and Beckett and Castle Dead clones next?
Maybe so.
I'm very worried
I am too.
about
This
the
is
12th precinct.
this is the next episode.
6.10, the good, the bad, and the baby, and it looks to be much lighter than
The disciple.
Yeah, and it's not about Jenny and Ryan's baby.
Oh, okay.
No.
I wondered if it was.
Uh-uh.
All right. Are we ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So we watched part 3 of The Escape Artist. Now, here's what I wrote. I said, like, wowzers, I knew David's character was going to do something, but I didn't see it ending the way that it ended with what he did. He played that character superbly. It was wow. Oh my gosh. So if you have a chance to see the 3-part miniseries, The Escape Artist, we highly recommend it. Alright, we've got a couple episodes of Marvel's Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. to talk about.
Okay. 1.7, the hub. Aw, Simmons made Fritz a sandwich.
Oh, so
but
sweet.
then Ward threw it away.
He did. Oh, that was mean.
Deadliest sandwich in the world.
Yeah.
And then Sky hugging Coulson.
Yes.
Mm.
And then the question.
Sky's mom was a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Coulson doesn't have clearance for his own file.
Oh.
Phil. Oh, gosh.
And then we also watched episode 1.8, The Well.
Well, and
The guy was the guy from Numbers. He played the friend. But he played a professor in
he
S.H.I.E.L.D.
played an Asgardian.
Yes.
And I think Ward asked him, do you know Thor? And he said, oh yeah, sure, I spent all my days palling around with the future king of Asgard. No, I don't know Thor.
Just because he's Asgardian does not mean he knows Thor.
And Thor is dreamy. Yes, like in the first episode, I don't remember how it went, but Ward said something about Thor, I don't know, he's not that handsome or something, and then Hill said, you haven't been near his arms.
And then the ending.
Tahiti, it's a magical place. Like, that was some nightmare.
Yeah.
Phil.
So next up is episode 1.9, Repairs, on the 26th. So that's next week. NCIS, we have a couple episodes to talk about. 11.8, which was Alibi. Tony was going to a support group. That is what is changing in his life. He's definitely different with his attitudes and his words. He's not being mean to McGee.
He's calling him Tim.
I know. And Gibbs and Carrie. I think we have a few things in common.
That's how he said it, no, but
I can't remember how
we
he
have
said
a
it.
few things in
common.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then we also watched episode 11.9, Gut Check. So we have a new agent, I guess, Bishop, and she was really good. I liked her. She and Abby seemed to get along really well, and it'll be interesting to see her character develop and to see what happens. Next episode, we have a little bit of hiatus. The next episode is 11.10, Devil's Triad, and that's not until December the 10th. So we have a few weeks off. Next up is NCIS LA. We're watching season 5. Oh my gosh. Now I have to talk about Person of Interest.
Okay.
Well, first let me talk about last week's episode. 3.8 Endgame. There was loads and loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of numbers that came up on the machine, and everything was coming to a head with HR. And we saw some about Carter's history with her husband. I think it was her. I don't know if it was her husband or if it was just her son's father. I don't know if they ever got married. You know what I'm saying? So we saw some of that history. Now then, last night the Hubs and I watched the new episode 3.9, The Crossing. I am surprised I did not wake Damaris up with my sobbing because, oh my gosh. So, HR was taken down, everybody except for Simmons, who is the second in command, who is the police officer guy, the police, whatever, I don't know what his rank was. So, we find out during the episode that John and Carter are in love. They admit this. And then Carter's made a detective again. Fusco, we thought his son was dead, and then but Shaw had saved him, and Fusco saved himself from being killed. So everything's getting tied up into a nice little bow, and then we have the last few moments of the episode. So, Carter gets John out of jail, because he had been arrested. And they're talking out on the street, and John told her, if I had to be in a situation where I was going to die, I'm glad I got to spend my last few moments with you, and all these things. And so they're talking, and they're in love, and all of a sudden, we see I was going to say Finch, Harold, it's the same guy. We see Harold drive up in the car to pick up John, and then we hear the phone ringing. The payphone's ringing, and Harold is going to answer it, and then Simmons pops up out of the alley, shoots John and Carter, and kills Carter. And she dies in John's arms on the street. Oh my gosh. I'm about to cry now. I did not see it going that direction at all. Oh my gosh. And then so I looked it up on YouTube, the trailer for next week that aired, and Carter is definitely dead, and John is like going off the deep end because he's going to avenge her death. It was awful. Oh my gosh. So the next episode is next week, episode 3.10, The Devil's Share, on the 26th. I can't believe it. I did not see that coming at all. Now I'm going to try not to cry for the rest of the episode. Next up is New Girl. The Hubs and I are watching season 3. Then we have Revolution, episode 2.8, Come Blow Your Horn. So we're trying to figure out what's so special about Aaron that the nanites are doing these things to him and for him. Why did they save him? I'm sorry, I have to have some more water. Why did they save him? Why did they protect him? Why did they give him these visions of what's going on? Other than that, it was a pretty slow episode, in my opinion. There was a new episode on last night, 2.9, Everyone Says I Love You, and we'll watch that tonight. The Hubs and I are still watching Arrow, episode 2.6, Keep Your Enemies Closer. So we see Diggle rescue Lila, who we find out who is his ex-wife from Russia. And he also finds out from Deadshot who wanted his brother killed. Because Deadshot came out and killed his brother. And Diggle finds out from Deadshot who had hired him. Next episode is 2.7, State vs. Queen. Actually, that was on last night. We haven't watched it yet. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be about Moira's trial. Alright, next up, Elementary.
Elementary 2.8, Blood is Thicker.
Yes.
Alright. Single sticks, Sherlock and Mycroft doing single stick things on the roof.
With the egg on his head. Yes, that was funny.
Okay. And okay. Mycroft said to Sherlock that their father wanted him, Sherlock, to move back to London.
Yes.
And Sherlock is talking to Joan about this, and he says, we could both move to London. Yes.
Yeah.
And Joan's just... But Sherlock doesn't really want to leave New York until he wants to.
Yeah.
And
so
Joan's like, then we can find another place to live, because their father owns the building that they live in.
Yeah.
And so
then
Sherlock writes a letter to his father and
Yeah.
gives it to Mycroft to get to his father. But then in the end scene,
Yes.
Mycroft has the letter and he tears it up and
Yeah.
throws it away. And then he calls someone and says...
I can't remember what all he said, but he's like colluding with them, and I have to figure out another way, something.
Yes.
And so our question is, why do they need Sherlock and Joan in London? Because they need, apparently, Sherlock and Joan in London.
It's like...
So, I don't know.
Mycroft, please.
So, the next episode is...
2.9 on the line.
And that's on tonight, so we'll watch it tomorrow. We're also watching Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, season 1 of that. We're also watching Covert Affairs, season 4. She revealed herself to What's-His-Face that she's alive, and he was shocked. He was like, oh, you're dead.
Who are you talking about?
The bad guy. I can't think what his name is. My brain's not working. The bad guy. I can't think what his name is. He used to be in charge. But then Henry Wilcox. That's his name. Annie. He was like, Miss Walker, you're alive. So I think it is the season finale on tonight. I'm pretty sure. We're also watching Big Bang Theory Season 7. I can't remember what happened in last week's episode. I didn't write anything down. It must not have been too memorable. Alright, next up is...
Atlantis.
Yes.
1.8.
The Furies.
It's been 8 weeks already.
I know. Yep. So, the Furies.
Furies.
So, what do you have to say about this?
Whoever Adams is acting, oh my gosh.
She was really good.
And then Jason saying to Arcus, who's Pythagoras' brother, he's the kindest man I've ever known. Like, haha.
Yeah. So, last time I looked, they didn't have a name up yet for episode 1.9, but they're taking a week off. It's not until next week on the 30th, because the Doctor Who 50th is this week, so that's why. It's the next episode won't be till the 30th. We're also watching Once Upon a Time Season 3. It's kind of shocking to find out that Rumpel's dad is Peter Pan. And we're also watching How I Met Your Mother Season 9. I'm really looking forward to the episode next week. It's a rhyming episode. They're going to rhyme the whole episode. Yeah. And that's all that we're watching. We're about to start watching West Wing. Our friends Katie and Jeremy lent us the entire series on DVD. So we're going to watch West Wing. So we'll probably start that next week after we see the 50th. And try to watch West Wing. Alright, that's all the TV. A lot of it. We went as fast as we could. We hope you enjoyed it all. Alright, so on to the next.
Now we're going to talk about our September, October, November giftable cowl.
Yes.
We have a little over a week left.
Yes. And we have 4 prizes. Maybe we'll show those next week. This was such a cram-packed episode, I decided not to do that. But we now are up to 185 entries. Holy crap, y'all are awesome. Alright, so you want to tell them who finished projects this week? I'm sorry, I should have left this over here. Okay.
Okay. Rose Bob, who is Rose, Angie Ann, who is Angie, Wisconsin Knitter, who is Eileen, Maggie T.N., who is Florence.
I think it's Rian Elaine.
Rian Elaine, who is Rian. I'm
sorry if we're saying your name wrong.
Sorry. KSH1, who is Karen. Angie's Hip, who is Andrea. Dragonfly7673, who is Vicky. S.E. Hepworth, who is Sarah. Selena Mom, 23, who is Selena. Lena, who is Eileen. And Phoenix Fire, who is Tracy.
So way to go, y'all. Great job. You've got a little over a week left to get your gifts crafted and entered. We will draw for prizes on the first episode in December. Alrighty, we're to the end of the show. Just a reminder about some of our upcoming cows. In December and January, we're going to do a Winter Wonderland cow where you can craft whatever you want as long as you can prove to us that it's winter related. So, whether by color or colorway name or
function,
conjunction, junction, what's your function? Schoolhouse Rock. I've shown it to you before. You don't recall? I will have to look it up on YouTube for you.
No.
Yes. It's also the one that the bill.
I know about the bill one.
But I think I know I've shown you conjunction junction before. Anyway, that'll be our December, January Winter Wonderland cow. In February, we'll be doing a team for the Ravelinics. More details to come on that. And then our current plan is to do a sweater cow after that. I think that's everything. Why don't you tell them where to find us online?
You can find us at geekygirlsnet.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. iTunes, Blip, YouTube, Ravelry, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc.
Yes. So, come join the group. Let us know who you are. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know what you thought of this week's episode. Don't forget to check out my new sock pattern. Socks for 10.
They're so pretty, see?
And they're so soft. I can't wait to wear them.
I like to wear them.
Well, too bad you can't wear them again. They're mine now. And I think that's it. So, have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to y'all next week when we'll be able to talk about the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. Alright, so y'all have a lovely week, and we'll talk to you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.